Are you sick of the normal sports talkers that only tell you what you want to hear? Tune in to Talkin' Sports with Robbie every Wednesday at 6 on KDPS. I give you my blunt opinion every second of the show.
If you don't like Tom Brady, you are un-American.
Don't miss featured segments like my fantasy studs and duds of the week.
Doug Martin, this guy is just a disaster. He had one good season.
Local Hawkeye and Cyclone talk.
The thing I don't get is Jake Rudolph. I don't think I've ever seen the guy complete a ball over 10 yards.
All that and many more on Talkin' Sports with Robbie every Wednesday at 6 on KDPS 88.1.
Ugh, I feel so lost. Where can I buy books here at Grandview?
Go to the bookstore, located in the Student Center.
Who the heck are you?
I'm Viking Man.
Okay, Viking Man, what's so great about the bookstore?
The Grandview bookstore has a large inventory of compatible priced books. You can go to the Grandview homepage and click on Bookstore. There, you can compare prices through the textbook price comparison tool.
Well, thanks, Viking Man. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you were here to tell me about the bookstore.
I've always defended the bookstore and make sure that as many new students go there as possible. And I always...
Shut up, okay? I got it. I'm gonna go to the Grandview bookstore.
Oh, well, you please listen to Robbie and Kyle on the Edge 88.1.
Tuesdays from 8 to 10, right before you go to bed.
We talk about movies and we talk about TV shows.
The 2 hours we're on the air will keep you on your toes.
Our show will have you laughing. Our show will keep you up to date.
We're on the air at 8, so don't you dare be late.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
8 to 10 every Tuesday.
What you want to hear is what we play.
Hey, that rhymes. We should make a rap. 8 to 10 every Tuesday.
What you want to hear is what we play.
Robbie and Dollie are the DJs. We'll be the highlight of your day.
Covering stories from A to Z, music from Taylor to Jay-Z.
8 to 10 every Tuesday.
What you want to hear is what we play.
Covering sports at GVU and weather. Yeah, that's how we do.
Listen in at 88.1. Tuesday nights are filled with fun.
8 to 10 every Tuesday.
What you want to hear is what we play. You are listening to The Edge 88.1. That was Carrie Underwood with Blown Away. She's an amazing singer, if you ask me.
She's pretty good. I don't know if it was auto-tuned or not, but she's pretty good.
Auto-tuned. Carrie Underwood? No way.
No? Okay.
Alright, we're gonna talk mean drivers.
Ugh.
Aggressive drivers. You know, the people that flip you the bird? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I think that's illegal. Is that illegal?
That's a very good question.
I still see it going on, so even if it is, people don't follow
the
law. Do you have road rage?
I can. I don't try to be road, but if somebody, does something, I get road rage.
Like cut you off?
Cut me off. If somebody, even just a little thing, I don't like anyone to pass me. Like if I'm on the interstate and somebody just passes me, I'm like, this is my road. You don't pass me on my road. I'm going to pass you right back.
I think that's extreme road rage.
Maybe it's road rage, or maybe it's a game. I'll have to think of it as a game.
Have you thought about going into NASCAR or something?
Maybe. Or, when somebody, gets right behind you, I'll slow down to, half of what the speed limit is. But I think I'm a pretty good driver, so I can prevent it.
Well, if you do have road rage, like Robbie here,
I guess.
Robbie, here's some tips for you.
Give them to me.
To stop road rage. First, you need to prepare yourself for the road. So, if you're in a rush or something, maybe leave a few minutes ahead. Make sure you're not speeding together and stuff. You can kind of just relax. You can listen to your music.
I do like my music.
To yourself.
Yeah.
Just relaxing music. Don't listen to that scream stuff, Robbie.
Oh, I don't listen to scream.
You also have to see the big picture, what part you play in driving. Robbie, your part is the aggressor. So, you might want to back off a little bit on that and maybe think, maybe I'm making the other people mad.
See, I'm not as bad as one of my friends. He actually moved away, but when he was here, he had a PA system in his car. You know what I mean? It's like the speakers. So he'd get on the little microphone and yell stuff at people. So I'm not as bad as that. But whenever I'd be in the car, it'd be pretty funny. We could mess with people.
Well, when you do get angry, put the brakes on. Not literally. Don't slam on your brakes.
Oh.
Create a distraction. You can count. You can sing along with the music.
I do. I kind of sing along with music while I'm in a road rage.
Well,
So-
you're on your way there.
Yeah.
All right, stay tuned to the Edge 88.1.
You're listening to KDPS 88.1. That was Roll Away Your Stone by Mumford & Sons. Hey, Dolly, have you ever tried naked before?
Getting a little personal, don't you think? I mean, like when I'm in the shower.
No. The juice, the drink. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, we sell that here at school.
Yeah, we do.
That's very expensive stuff.
Well, see, I didn't know that because I just swiped the card and they don't even really have a price card.
You'll find out when it comes to the end of the semester and you're like down to zero and you're like, oh.
I will be. But have you ever tried it before?
I have not. Well, I think maybe a few years ago I had like a little sip, but
Yeah, do you like it?
I don't remember. I mean, it was a really small sip. Have you had it?
I just recently, yesterday I tried it for the first time, and then I bought another one today. And
Addicted?
Maybe. We'll see. It depends if it's healthy or not. But I am kind of looking into that because I looked on the bottle and it just says like all the... First day I bought a strawberry and banana smoothie is what it says. And it had,
sounds good.
Yeah, it said it had like 22 strawberries in the thing and like 1.5 bananas and like a couple other fruits. And then today I tried this mango, but it got me thinking with all the fruits in there, you'd think it's healthy. But I just don't know.
But fruits also have a ton of sugar.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Should I have known that?
Fruits are full of sugar. I have a sister who's diabetic, so she has to like count carbs and sugar and all that. So I'm pretty sure if she drank that, she'd get sick. She definitely wouldn't do well. A ton of fruit means a ton of sugar.
That's a lot of sugar. Isn't
Yeah, when you think you're being healthy. But I mean, as long as it tastes good. Here's my thing. As long as the process is good, I don't mind if I get a little chubby.
Here's one of my mottos. You eat the way you like, work out the way you're supposed to, you're A-okay. 88. You're listening to KDPS 88.1. I got a random question for you, Dolly.
I am ready. I love random questions.
Here we go. Are you one of the people that, do you tie your shoes, or do you like leave them tied all the time and just like slip them on?
That is probably one of the most random questions I've ever been asked.
It's a pretty good one, isn't it?
It's a very good one. To be honest, I have a couple of different ways. Some shoes I do one way. Some shoes I do the other.
Okay. Because that's just something that's always bugged me. A random thing that's always bugged me. I can't, if I slip them on, they're too loose, And I'm walking around, it's just annoying. So I always tie them. But then if I get to somebody's house, they're wait for me to untie them and take them off to go inside, and then just something random,
You can try slipping them off, and then when you go to put them on, tie them back up. Here's my thing. I have these shoes. They're my cheerleading shoes, and they have ribbons for the shoelaces. Those things always come undone. No matter how tight you tie them, no matter if you do a double knot or not, they will come undone while you are jumping in the air, walking, or anything.
What do you mean a ribbon on the shoe?
The shoelaces themselves are like a ribbon. Like it's not a normal shoelace. It's a piece of ribbon from like a spool thing. That's what it feels like. And they're so slick and they're pointless, especially for shoes that are meant for cheerleading where you need them tight.
Well, that doesn't make much sense to me, but that's my stand on shoelaces, in case any of you guys are wondering. So
I'm sure people listening, they're like, yeah, I have that exact same problem.
I'm sure they've been listening to us all semester, and they want to know what my stance was on, tying shoes.
Exactly.
So,
well, now you know.
There you go. Keep it tuned in here on KDPS 88.1. You're listening to The Edge 88.1. That was Keep Your Eyes Open, and it is 9:03. Let's see here. I was at the gym a week ago, maybe, and I just got there, and I go to. It was a chest day, so I go to do bench, because I'm a boss like that.
Are you one of those people that are on roids?
No.
Okay, good. Keep going.
So, anyways, it's at Aspen, and So I go to do bench, and there's like 2 10-pound weights on there. So I'm like, okay, nobody's using this, and nobody was next to it. So I start to take it off, the 10-pound weights, which nobody puts 10 pounds on a bench, I thought. But anyways, so I start taking it off, and then all of a sudden I hear this, hey! Hey! I was like, what?
Some big
It literally
guy coming
sounded,
to yell at you.
It's literally what it sounded like. I turn around, there's some like lady with her headphones in, like screaming at me.
Was she like a big buff lady?
No, I could have taken her.
Well, yeah, that's what, I guess the 10 pounds. That
But-
makes sense.
Jeez. She literally started screaming at me for taking her weights almost off the thing.
I would expect a guy to do that instead of a girl. I go to the gym, I work out, but it's usually the guys that are really into it and go straight from one thing to another, and then the girls are kind of like, they gotta make sure they look pretty while they do it, and they're doing lots of stretching and aerobic stuff.
See, I wouldn't expect anybody to do that. I mean, come on, all it takes is a little, hey, I was using that, but this lady went.
Were there other options for benches?
There was.
Why did she walk away? Did you see her was she
I
coming
don't.
from maybe the
She's
fountain?
doing her little routine where she does bench and then she does something else in between reps or sets or whatever.
There should be a little label reserved.
There should. Or she just. I was about to report her because I was angry at her. Oh, and then later, I forgot about this. So then me and my buddy went to the other bench that nobody was using. I made very sure nobody was using it. And then right next to her bench, there's like a thing that holds all the weights. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I went over and I grabbed 2 of them. And I was waiting for her to stand up so I could be a little smart aleck, I was like, are you using these? And I just grabbed 2 and she looked at me like, no. And then a couple minutes later, she looked at me and she just tried to smile at me.
Nope. So that's when if she's dropping the weights on herself, you don't help her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stay tuned to The Edge 88.1.
This is Robbie Rissman with the news on KDPS 88.1. The Iowa Senate and House will debate on which bill to pass regarding school start dates. One bill gives the school districts the ability to choose the date. The other bill requires classes to start on August 23rd or later. Iowa speed limits could be on the rise. A new bill could possibly raise interstate speed limits from 70 to 75, a speed that 16 other states currently have in effect. Des Moines local resident Mike Kelly disagrees with the proposition.
Right now, people are already driving 5 to 10 miles above the speed limit, and with the new change, people will be driving nearly 90 miles per hour along roads in need of repair and have frequent crossings of deer. I think the idea is unsafe.
The proposal has mixed feelings throughout the state. Iowa's last speed limit change came in 2005. Hy-Vee's triathlon is no more. The triathlon lasted 8 years and raised more than $750,000 for charity. Officials say there will be a new event to promote health for children. Details on the event will be announced on a later date. Grandview women's basketball defeated AIB 88-52. The Vikings have continued to stay hot ever since conference play started. Sophomore center Maddie Westergaard says they've worked hard.
We sat down as a team and we just made a goal that we weren't going to continue the record the way we had. And so we decided to just come together. We had a lot more communication starting and we got a lot more energy. And I think once we have energy, we feed off of each other and then we're a lot better off.
Grandview started the season with a 4-12 record but have since gone 8-2 in conference play. Iowa native Kyle Korver will be replacing Dwayne Wade in this week's NBA All-Star game. Dwayne Wade will not be participating because of an injury. He wants to preserve his health for a playoff run with the Miami Heat. This is Korver's first All-Star appearance in 11 NBA seasons. That's your news for the day. For KDPS Radio, this is Robbie Rissman.
It's called The Best Show Ever with Robbie.
And Jenny on KDPS 88.1 Wednesdays from 11 to midnight.
Tune in to see how uncomfortable we can get the other to feel with the Uncomfort Zone.
Oh no. And we also have Witty Wednesday.
Life Sucks and Wonderful Life Story of the Week.
So tune in to see if
The Best Show Ever
lives up to the hype.
Wednesdays from 11 to midnight on KDPS 88.1.
You are listening to KDPS The Edge 88.1, the best show ever with Robbie and Jenny. Jenny, ready for another fantastic week here?
I'm always ready for a fantastic week, Robbie.
Okay, alrighty then. Let's start things off with Crappy Criminal.
Ooh, I like it.
Crappy Criminal of the Week. This one is just so blatantly crappy in my mind.
Uh-oh.
So without further ado, let me get into it here. An Ohio substitute teacher, Spanish substitute teacher, showed a horror movie to her high school students. Now, they're only high school students, but this movie is way over the top. So, what's the word? Raunchy. It was terrible. I looked at a little bit of the clips on YouTube, and she showed this like 5 or 6 periods of the day. It has nothing to do with Spanish, mind you. Let me tell you a little bit about it.
Okay, yeah, I want to hear.
It's called the ABCs of Death. So basically, there's 26, from what I understand, there's 26 short films in this movie, one for each letter. A couple examples, S was for speed, B was for Bigfoot, and F was for fart.
Okay, so what?
Ways to die. I don't know. I didn't look them up. It was too disgusting.
Ways
I saw
to
T,
die?
Yeah, T was for toilet. I watched like the first minute, and I was like, okay, this is stupid and disgusting. I'm out.
Okay, so
But
since this is Crappy Criminals, was she arrested?
she was. She was on trial. And this was only discovered just because the vice principal walked by end of the day and found it. She just kept playing it.
What was she arrested for? Like, under what charges?
Being a moron. I don't know.
I'm sorry, we're going to arrest you on charges of moron.
Yes, moronic charges.
So, hands behind your back.
Yes.
Now I'm like curious. I want to look up this horror film.
Oh, you should. And I think within one letter you'll be just like me and stop and say, that's enough. I just,
ABCs of Death.
ABCs of Death.
Be careful out there, substitute teachers.
Yeah, don't play that video. That's
could get you arrested.
rule of thumb right there. Keep it locked here on KDPS The Edge 88.1. More great content, more great stories, and more great music on The Best Show Ever with Robbie and Jenny.
88.1 The Edge. You're back with the best show ever with Robbie and Jenny. Robbie, I got a little bit of a crazy story for you today.
Crazy. All right.
It's a weird story, and it's a little gross twist on it, because I know you love when I bring in these disturbing stories.
No, I hate it. That last week, I don't think it could get grosser than last week.
What?
The hair, the woman that ate the hair, and
the hair.
The 10-pound,
You make it
8-pound.
sound like a horror thing.
It is.
The hair.
No, seriously, they should make a scary movie out of that.
It was not that
And
bad.
it comes out of the body and it's like alive or something.
You just have a weak stomach. You're just a little sensitive guy.
You were disgusted at that as much as I was.
Okay, well, this one's not as awful, but it's still good. Okay, so in Anchorage, Alaska, I don't know if you know where that's at. A crab boat, so a fisherman boat that, went out for crabbing is
Hunt
what they
for
call
crabs
it.
or
Yeah.
fish for crabs?
Yeah. It was converted into a floating strip club.
Oh, cool.
Nice, right?
Oh, yeah, so disgusting. What?
Strippers on the water. I mean, there's nothing better than that.
Kind of cool.
It's 94 feet long, and they call it the Wild Alaskan. Okay, well, these two owners, it's a couple, have been accused. They've been having some legal issues, for one, over safety rules and liquor laws, but they've actually been accused of dumping human waste into the harbor. So, like poop.
Yeah. But what else are you going to do with it when you're on a boat?
They have a designated spot these places are supposed to dispose of these things, which is why people are upset. Because they have now, this couple has been taking it to the Kodiak Harbor, I'm sure you've heard of that, and dumping poop into it. So the male owner was arrested, and he pleaded not guilty because he said there was plenty of room for waste on board the boat in the holding tank that they would have no reason to improperly dispose of the poop. Yeah.
Interesting.
These might be some crappy criminals.
Very, very
as well.
sketchy.
Get it. Crappy criminals, literally.
Ooh, good
yeah,
one.
Thanks.
This show is full of crap. Let's move along here on KDPS The Edge 88.1. This is the best show ever with Robbie and Jenny. You're listening to KDPS The Edge 88.1. The best show ever with Robbie and Jenny. Jenny, another news story here for you.
Ooh, I love it.
Ohio State quarterback Cordell Jones went out of his way to go see a sick kid in the hospital. Very nice of him, right?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. But he played the kid in a video game, a football video game.
Okay.
And I'm not sure which one, but he beat him 91-35.
The kid? He beat the kid?
He beat the sick kid 91-35.
What?
Yeah.
He went into a hospital
Yes.
with a sick child, played him in a video game, and blew him out of the water.
Yes. Then the thing is, I'm not finished. Everyone started giving him crap about it. So he goes to Twitter with it.
Oh, no.
And he says, oh, no, hold on a second, everybody. I did not beat the kid 91-35. I beat him 98-35.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Well, how's the kid feel?
I don't know. The poor kid, I don't know.
What's the kid sick with? I mean, if it's just like a stomach bug,
See, we don't know.
I would have whipped the kid's butt too. But
That's
if it's
the thing.
like sick, it's like... But at the same time, maybe the kid didn't want him to let up, you know? Maybe maybe
even
the
if he
kid...
didn't, like, you're supposed to, like, even though you say you don't.
Well,
like,
yeah, but it's
don't you?
like-
Have you ever done that before?
Yeah, but it's different, you know? So, like, I'm the girl, right? So you're supposed to always let the girl win, you know, that rule? No, like, if I'm going to verse you in something, like, be competitive because I want to whip your butt fair.
Oh, you do?
I'm just saying, like, maybe the kid told him, you know, coming in, he's like, don't take it easy on me just because I'm sick. I mean, granted, he probably shouldn't have been as extreme on his score, and let alone corrected everybody else on Twitter.
Jerk.
But, well, social media these days, I mean...
There's a lot that...
There's a lot. You can get yourself into a lot of trouble with social
Absolutely.
media these days.
I mean, he's not going to get in trouble. People are going to look down on him for this.
Lots-
That's like a life lesson for everything. Just don't take it to Twitter.
Don't take anything to Twitter. I mean, if you're going to take it to Twitter, like, make it funny, comical, make it,
I'm good
like,
at that.
lighthearted.
Let's get back to the music here. The best show ever continues after some more music. Stay tuned. This is The Edge 88.1 with Robbie, and I'm here with Dr. Amethyst Merchant. She is a professor here at Grandview University. And I'd like to just start off, Mrs. Merchant, could you just tell me a brief description of your background in science and in teaching?
I have a Bachelor of Science in Biology, and then I have a master's degree from Virginia Tech in biology as well, and a PhD actually in botany, which means I like to study plants. And I have been here at Grandview for 6 years.
Now, climate change has been, discussed largely over the past couple of years. What do you think climate change, is it man-made or is it just a phase? What do you think about that?
Well, there's a lot of people that argue that climate changes constantly on the planet to some degree, that there are different phases that we go through. For example, you've probably all heard of ice ages, and we know that there have been several. But with climate change, it seems to be a little different in the sense of what we as humans are doing on this planet. Our actions themselves seem to be stimulating it, if you will, making it happen faster than we would expect if it was a natural phase, the natural order of things. So it seems that man himself, herself, however you want to put it, has had an effect and is truly seeming to be changing the way climate works on this planet.
Okay. Something else we've been experiencing over the past couple of years is the drought. What are some long-term and some short-term effects that we could be experiencing with the drought?
Well, I'm very interested in this actually because, like I said, I study plants. So one of the biggest problems that seems to be a worry right now in terms of the drought that we've kind of been having, but then particularly the drought we had last summer, is that will there be enough water in the soil to help us have a crop this year? So short-term effect could be we could really have a decrease in the amount of our corn crop. Or if we have a warmer summer, even if it's still kind of wet, if it doesn't help make up for what we lost last year, we could really see some problems money-wise in terms of what we can get out of our crops.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there's any relation between the drought and climate change?
There could be. This is where we get into a problem. We cannot just naturally say, okay, the drought is some sign. We can't say that with 100% assurity. But what we can say is that all of the data that is being collected by scientists seems to be currently and in the recent years past seems to show this pattern of this climate change occurring. And with that means things like more storms, like more winter storms, more summer storms, change in how much rain you get. There's so many oddities that kind of appear in the weather patterns that you realize, it jumps out at you that there's something different here. And so whenever we have something like the drought or like some odd storm that we get that we weren't expecting, everybody kind of jumps and says, okay, well, is that because of climate change? And you can't really just jump and say yes. You have to say, maybe, this could be it. But you have to be careful. These oddities happen, but how many times do you see these oddities? And with climate change, what we think is going to happen and what we think we've been seeing is that you see more of those oddities more frequently, and that's the kicker. So you have to be prepared for that.
What can we do to prevent climate change?
There's a lot of little things that we as individuals can do which will have a major impact. It's everything from turning the lights off when you leave a room. Actually unplugging your TV, your big screen TVs is a great idea if you're not using them. Actually unplugging your microwave, your coffee pot, anything that you leave plugged in has the potential to be sucking energy even when it's not on. And a lot of people don't think about that. So that's kind of a big thing that would help. Whenever we replace a heater or an air conditioning unit, get one that's more environmentally friendly. Whenever you buy a car, don't buy a gas guzzler. Those things are things we can all do that will help. But probably one of the greatest things we could do that people usually don't do is talk to your senators, talk to your representatives, talk to all your congressmen and say, hey, I care about this. I care about the future. I want my grandkids to have a nice place to live. Let's pay attention to the environment. Let's do what we can to protect it, so that we don't end up in any of these very odd situations or dire straits that we're really hoping don't happen.
Okay. I would like to thank Dr. Merchant, a science professor here at Grandview University, for her time. This is The Edge 88.1 with Robbie Rissman. You are listening to KDPS The Edge 88.1 with Robbie, and for the next hour, I will be talking scary movies, horror movies with you guys. There has been so many classics over the years. There has been so many remakes. There has been a lot of good new releases. I'm talking about Halloween. I'm talking about Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Nightmare on Elm Street. The list goes on and on. But to start things off with these scary movies, the real question is why? Why do we love scary movies? Not everybody does, but a lot of people do love scary movies. What is so fascinating about being scared out of your wits? Because there is, believe it or not, there is some side effects to watching scary movies. And I'm not just talking about children, and I'm not just talking about toddlers. I'm talking about everybody, all ages. It does seem to occur mostly with children, but I mean, it could happen to anybody. Trouble falling asleep, nightmares, fear of the dark, anxiety. These are all things that are true. We can't just be blind to these things and pretend they don't happen. They happen, and they happen sometimes because of watching scary movies, especially as a kid. I remember as a kid, I loved scary movies. And my parents did a good job of kind of preventing me from seeing things that were PG-13 and R-rated when I was at a very young age, especially R-rated. I never really got to those until I was a teenager. But even PG-13, they wouldn't let me see it. They put me at front of the TV and made me watch shows that were more age-appropriate for me at the time. But there was some things that scared me as a kid. Scary movies. I remember Gremlins. That was a big one for me. That always got to me. And going into my parents' room and I couldn't sleep. It is a major problem, and it's something to think about when it comes to scary movies. I mean, I love scary movies as much as the next guy, but, they're not for everybody. But like I said, what is the main reason? Why? Because it's fascinating. I don't know what it is, but something about these kind of movies, I gotta tune in. I gotta check it out. I don't know why, but I love to be scared. It's a very weird thing. And for some people, the thing is, you like to relate to a show or a movie when you watch it. That's a big thing. You see a character and you say, oh, okay, that's me. I can relate to that. Or I want to be like that person. And when it comes to scary movies, that's not always the best thing to do. Because, you could say, I'm very good at this. I, see a person like, ooh, I love that person in this movie. Or, ooh, this couple's great together. Or, I hope nothing happens to them. Oh, in the next scene, somebody gets killed off and that couple is done. So I think one of the best things to do is just, don't connect to the movie. Don't say, okay, I can relate to that person when it comes to scary movies. Just know it's not real. Because honestly, my dad always told me when I was a kid, nothing's there in the dark that's not there in the light during the day. So that's something that I've always lived by. And, that is the question. Why do we watch these scary movies? Well, studies show, and there's quite a bit of studies out there that sample what people about these scary movies, what fascinates people. But one study shows that the people that love to watch scary movies are also the same people that love skydiving. It's also the same people that love rock climbing and extreme skiing, things like that. I can't relate to that. That's not me. I'm not much of an extremist by any means. So I can't say I believe in that study, but for some of you, I do believe that is the case. Intense movies, like scary movies, they can also increase your heart rate. So, a lot of us really don't think about how extreme these things can be, how much they can impact you. Some people more than others, definitely, that's for sure. But for the next hour here, I'm going to be taking you guys through memory lane. Some of the old scary movies, some of the new ones, some of the unique things and unique facts that maybe you guys didn't know. So keep it locked here on KDPS The Edge 88.1. And another thing, these scary movies, they'll get you to scream. So here is Let Me Hear You Scream by Ozzy Osbourne, KDPS The Edge 88.1. This is Des Moines Shuffle Station, KDPS The Edge 88.1. Still talking scary movies with you here with Robbie in a song that you can hear right now. It only means one thing, and that thing is that Michael Myers is coming for you. Halloween, in my mind, was one of the greatest movies, scary movies of all time. It truly lived up to the hype. It is one of the examples of scary movies that lived up to the hype. Not all of them have. Not all of them can do that. Here's an example. Well, first of all, let me just say this. A couple that I thought did not live up to the hype. The Purge. This is fairly new, The Purge. I don't know if you guys remember this. The previews looked amazing. They looked great. But in my mind, when I went to it in theaters, everything you saw in the previews was the only good parts of the movie. And then Devil, also by M. Night Shyamalan, is another example. M. Night Shyamalan, his scary movies, as he started off, I thought they were very good, but as time went on, he just kind of went downhill. But the big example here, when it comes to hype, in my mind, is Paranormal Activity. Now, back in 2007, I believe it was, when it first came onto the scene, it was a low-budget film, didn't take a lot of money to produce it. But what they did was, and it was pretty genius on their part, they made you go online and basically vote for this thing to go into theaters. So they had, I believe it was a bunch of colleges, they went around and showed it to colleges and filmed people's reactions and people just freaking out and everything like that, and it really brought the hype to this movie. And they wanted you to think that it was such a scary movie, and they even, in some ways, I think wanted you to think that it was a true story, true paranormal stuff that happened. It didn't fool me for one bit, but I thought that, and I was younger at the time, I thought you actually did. They needed 1 million demands on this thing online before it could be released. I thought legally it had to happen. I was younger and I didn't know what the heck was going on. But it worked. It worked on me. I went on there and I voted once. I think you could only vote one time, but I still remember going in there, back to the website almost every single day, checking it out. Oh, are they getting close to 1 million? So they had you hooked. They had me hooked. And it worked. They got to their 1 million. Now, who knows? I mean, if they hit 900,000, would they not have released the movie? Probably not. But that was a great example of a scary movie that got you hooked. They did the hype. They did their homework, and they knew what they were doing. So I was very excited to go and see it. Did it live up to the hype? I'll let you guys be the judge of that. A lot of people say Paranormal Activities, it did. But a lot of people also say it did not. I'm a little in between. I didn't think it did. I mean, they're still good movies. They are coming out with them rapid fire now, like you wouldn't believe. I believe they've made 5 and the 6th is on the way. I saw the first 3 and I was like, yeah, okay, that's enough. I've had enough.
But they did a great job. And there's a lot of these scary movies that live up to the hype. There's a lot of them that do not. It's just a fact of opinion. So I want you guys to do is I want you to tweet at us at KDPS88. I want you to tell me which scary movies lived up to the hype. Which ones do you love? And which ones did not quite live up to the hype? Which ones did you see on a preview, on a trailer, and you're like, oh, man, I cannot wait to see this scary movie. I'm going to lose some sleep over this one. I can't wait. And then, well, you didn't lose any sleep because it just wasn't that scary. It wasn't that good. Let me know. Tweet at us at KDPS88. Also, while you're at it, like us on Facebook, KDPS Radio. More scary talk coming up for you guys. But first, here's Ghosts by Ella Henderson. KDPS The Edge, 88.1. You're listening to The Edge, 88.1 with Robbie, and I'm still talking scary movies, horror movies, with you guys. Now here's the thing with these scary movies, a lot of them, quite a bit of them, base themselves on true stories. Now, a lot of people buy into that, and they think that everything that happened in the movie is true. Well, don't necessarily buy into it to that matter. Not all of it is true. Some of it may not even be hardly true at all. I mean, it's just based off of, a story, and they twist it in their own way. For instance, one of the most greatest examples of this, and I think it's definitely one of the scariest movies out there. Very unique. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, they base this off a true story, and when you see the beginning of the movie and that scary music hits, and they start showing you like these pictures from like the actual event, and these little flash photos come up, and this just spooky intro that they have. I was just scared out of my wits, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, this guy is real, and everything he did was real. Well, hold on now. Hold on 1 second. Let me tell you about this Leatherface, as he's known in the movie. A little bit of background information for you guys actually that have not seen the movie, any of these movies. There's quite a few of these Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. Most of them are actually pretty much the same. But Leatherface is this guy who basically goes around killing people with his chainsaw. And what he does after he kills his victims, he basically skins their face and attaches it to his face. Just psychotic, demonic weirdness of a movie, I know, but it draws me in. I don't know why I like to watch it, but I do. So here's the thing. So I'm thinking this guy is real, and this guy, he's done stuff like this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Well, here's the true story. Ed Gein is the real killer. And about the only similarity here, he did cut the faces off of his victims and put them on his face as a mask. But that's about it. He did not... the title, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This guy didn't even live in Texas. He was in Wisconsin. Chainsaw, he didn't use a chainsaw. He used a pistol. And Massacre, he was really only proven to have killed 2 people. Now, there's others that they think that he killed, but it's just not proven. So only 2 confirmed killings by this Ed Gein. Still psychotic, but, I mean, the movie just bases it in a completely different way. And in fact, rumors have it that Silence of the Lambs and Psycho also based their characters from the movie somewhat off of this Ed Gein fella. So it's very odd how they do this. They twist it in their own way. In each movie, there's a lot of these movies. It almost seems like the better of them nowadays. More than half of them say based on true events or based on a true story. But very rarely is all of it based on a true story. Just little parts every now and then. And I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a great example of that. Very interesting. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I guess you could really call it Wisconsin pistol killing of 2 people. I don't know. But it's definitely not the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in real life. You don't have to be afraid of that. That's all the time I got for you guys this week. I hope that I didn't scare you too much. Hopefully you guys can get some sleep at night. But stay tuned. More great music and DJs coming up for you the rest of the night here on The Edge, 88.1 Des Moines Shuffle Station.